without the trust of Barbadians. All of the policies, all of the programs, all the aspirations, Mr. President, come to naught because the public has lost faith in the governing process, Mr. President. Sir, and if you think that my contribution is being misplaced, I invite members to go and look at the IDB report entitled "The Key to Social Cohesion and Growth in Latin America and the Caribbean," because it noted that trust is the most pressing and yet least discussed problem confronting Latin America and the Caribbean. That's why I'm speaking about it in the estimates debate, because it is the least discussed problem, but most pressing, Mr. President, as it relates to social cohesion and growth in Latin America and the Caribbean. Sir, the publication goes on to say that trust in the region is the lowest in the world, with an average of fewer than 3 in 10 people trusting their governments, and only 1 in 10, Mr. President, considering other people trustworthy.
On a point of order, Mr. President.
Yes, Senator Tate.
Really? I'm referring, sir, to Rule 37 of the Standing Orders. And I'm saying, sir, a Senator President, it starts, I beg your pardon. I've risen on a point of order, sir. I make a reference to the Standing Orders of the Senate, sir. I'm referring to Rule 37, page 25. A Senator present in the Senate during the debate, C, shall maintain silence while another senator is speaking and shall not interrupt except in accordance with these standing orders. There is provision for interruption, sir, by way of, 1, the way I rose, sir, on a point of order. And what is going on in here, sir, currently is disturbingly, to my mind, unparliamentary. Senator Dreyes is speaking, and the asides, apart from anything else, are just plain disrespectful. They're unmanly, they're rude, and they are not allowing Senator Dreyes the basic right as she has to make her submissions. Who want to get on like they're at home, can go outside, do what they have to do, and get on like they're home.
Just a minute, Senator Tate.
Because what is going on in here is not good enough. And so I rise on a point of order and ask the chair to make a decision on what is supposed to happen, because when the government senators are speaking, nobody does that to them. And if they don't want to hear her speak, rather than interrupt her and be rude like that, go outside and come back. Sir.
Senator Tate, first of all, though, one of the other standing orders also says you cannot use insulting language to other senators or impugn proper motives. So you said that the behavior was unmannerly and rude, and that in my judgment is order, senators, please. But anyway, in terms of your substantive point, orders, members of the Senate, please. In terms of your substantive point, I give Senator Mocha latitude. Now, if we apply the rule in its pristine state, all of the regular interaction that occurs on an ongoing basis among senators will have to cease. So you get into matters of degrees of latitude. I'm here to protect the interests of all senators speaking, but also in a mature chamber of responsible senators, give latitude all day long, well, not all day, at various points during the day. Senators have conversations to their colleague, they may motion across the floor, they may voice things across the floor, and if I were to apply the rule of 100% silence, we have a chamber of another kind, which really, in my judgment, is not what you need. I will assure every senator, I will guarantee the protection of them all. And senators are, however, to take note of Senator Tate's very timely reminder that Standing Order 37 is indeed intended to protect us all when we're on our feet from those who are on other parts of their anatomy and who, according to such rule, are to give the person who's speaking every opportunity to make their point, whether they agree with it or not. I do not think that at this point, the matter is out of hand. Like I said, you can't have it both ways. If it is the Senate's wish that there be peace, perfect peace and silence when everybody's speaking, we can go that route 100% and they can enforce that rigorously. If in this mature Senate, members are able to quietly exchange a word, pass a note, share a view, then let us go that route. But I will maintain appropriate order. Senator Drakes, please continue.